A new checking account with 0 fees, unlimited transactions, ATM reimbursements, this sleek card, and a 2.4% interest rate? Is this too good to be true? I'm still looking for the line somewhere that says a Nigerian prince needs my help. Hey, I'm Steve. This is Cash College, and an impromptu episode of Cash College actually, because Wealthsimple just released a new account that was just too interesting for me not to cover. So today, let's unpack this account and see what's really going on here. So first things first, this video is in no way affiliated with Wealthsimple, and on top of that, this product is very new, so new information is more likely to come out in the next little while, and a lot of the features of the account are going to be rolling out over the next few months. And also, I'm just a humble human being, and this is just my humble opinion. Alright, so as of today, January 1st, as I am filming this, Wealthsimple just released a new product called Wealthsimple Cash. Now, Wealthsimple formerly had a product called Wealthsimple Save that it looks like they're now merging with this new product, Wealthsimple Cash. And basically what it appears to be is an account that lets you earn 2.4% interest on the money that you put inside of it, and it seems to operate essentially like your day-to-day checking account, and a 0 fee checking account at that. Now, this is newsworthy because this is pretty much unheard of when it comes to checking accounts. Not only do checking accounts not normally offer any interest at all, but usually they charge you monthly fees and transaction fees to have one. So really, this account seems downright spectacular, and you must be thinking that there must be some kind of catch here, right? And well, there kinda sorta is one, and in today's video you'll understand what I mean by that. First of all, let's talk about all the features of this account. So the first and most notable one is the 2.4% interest rate that you're gonna earn inside the account. Now, this is a phenomenal interest rate for a checking account because normally you'd have to put your money into a high interest savings account in order to earn an interest rate that is this high. And you'd have to put it into an account at probably one of the more alternative banks as opposed to the major banks, as they don't offer high interest savings accounts that have interest rates this high. And on top of that, a high interest savings account is not really meant for day-to-day transactions. It doesn't have those same features. Now, this account appears to have those same features. So not only will you get that interest rate, but you'll also be able to do things like pay bills and whatever else you need to do on a day-to-day basis. So honestly, this rate is phenomenal and positions this product very competitively in the marketplace. Secondly, let's talk about fees. Oh, sorry, I didn't have anything to say because there aren't any fees to say anything about. Wealthsimple's mission has so far seemed to be about providing low-cost solutions to Canadians, and this product is no different. If you're banking with a major institution, then you're probably familiar with paying monthly fees, transaction fees, all sorts of fees on your checking account. Now, Wealthsimple isn't the only company that's offering a no-fee solution. There are other banks like Tangerine, Simply, Coho, and a few others that do offer their own version of a no-fee account similar to this. But I think that coupled with the 2.4% interest rate and the other features of the account and Wealthsimple as a platform as a whole, I think this is a very competitive product for them. Next, let's talk about this. Now, look at that bad boy. I mean, that's a pretty nice looking card. That's looking pretty sleek if you ask me. So this is the card that's going to be going with the account. Now, my girlfriend is actually a designer by trade, so I thought I would get her to weigh in with her opinion on the card. What do you think about this? Look at their new card.
Oh, so nice.
You like it?
I might have to get it. Oh, that's a nice card.
It's made out of tungsten, apparently. So it's like a metal card.
That's frigged. This is how you come in and fart all over those big old institutions by just being just embracing your millennialism.
No, it's you talking.
Wait, is it recording?
Yeah.
Subscribe to Cash College.
Honestly, I can appreciate a company or a person that tries to do things differently and shake things up. I like it when somebody tries to push the envelope. You may love the design, you may hate the design, but at the end of the day, they are, I think, progressing things in terms of design. I mean, bank cards don't necessarily have to be this standard boring format that they've been for a long period of time. I mean, this one is made of tungsten. It's a metal card. I don't know if that's ridiculous or if it's cool. One important thing to know about this card, though, is that it is officially classified as a Visa prepaid card, but it essentially operates like a debit card. And that's because it uses Visa payment processing to make the payments, but it takes the money out of your Wealthsimple Cash account. So you'll be able to use the card wherever Visa is accepted, and on top of that, you'll be able to use it at ATMs to take money out. And there's actually another interesting feature of this account, which is unlimited transactions and ATM fee rebates. So yes, this account and this card has unlimited transactions associated with it. And again, if you bank at a major bank, then you're probably familiar with paying transaction fees, or maybe you have a set amount that you can make in a month, and if you go over that, then you get charged. Well, in this case, you can make unlimited transactions. And the other really interesting part of this is that Wealthsimple has stated that they will refund you ATM fees that you incur using the card. Now, at this point, it does not appear that they have partnered with any kind of ATM networks. I'm not sure if that's going to change in the future, if they'll be releasing more information on that. But right now, it looks like every time you use an ATM, if you get charged a fee for using their card, they're going to refund that fee. So it'll essentially make it free, but up until a certain point only. They've stated that there will be a limit on essentially the refunds that you can get through this. So I think there will be kind of a cap on the amount of ATM transactions you can make that will be free. But either way, unless you hit the ATM more than 20 times per month, it kind of sounds like your ATM costs are going to be zero and you'll have unlimited transactions on the account. And if you thought that wasn't enough, Wealthsimple has also stated that they're not going to be charging foreign exchange fees. Now, normally major banks will tack on an extra fee on top of the exchange rate to do a foreign exchange for you, but it looks like Wealthsimple's not going to be doing this. So when you do make a purchase in another currency, you should be getting as close to the exchange rate as possible without any added fees on top of this, which is really nice, and I'm not sure that there's very many people doing this. Now you might be wondering, but Steve, can this account also do direct deposit and pay bills? And yeah, it totally can. Wealthsimple has said that you're going to be able to use direct deposit with this account, so you'll be able to have your paycheck go into the account, and you'll also be able to pay bills out of it. So it will operate pretty much exactly like a checking account. Except the one thing that's kind of funny is I haven't seen any mention of it actually having any checks associated with it. But more and more, checks are kind of becoming this relic of a bygone time called the boomers era. But it makes sense that they don't have any checks because Wealthsimple isn't a bank. And this actually is very important and leads me to my next point. Your money in this account will not be protected by CDIC insurance. Instead, it will be protected by the CIPF. And this is a pretty big difference that you should be aware of. Let me break this down for you. So your money is not actually being held by Wealthsimple. Wealthsimple is depositing your money in trust at one or more of the Schedule 1 banks in Canada. Now, there are 30 of these banks, and the big 6 banks are part of this group. So the way the protection works here in this case is that if one of these banks that's holding your money fails, then you will not be protected. However, if Wealthsimple fails, if Wealthsimple goes under, then you will be protected. Now, this is just my opinion. I encourage you to educate yourself and form your own about the various kinds of protection in this case, but I don't think that this is a huge deal for a lot of people. I'm not saying that I would put my life savings into this account, but the probability that a Schedule 1 bank is going to fail is probably pretty low. So from my perspective, keeping money in this account that I would use for day-to-day or month-to-month transactions, I don't see a problem with that. I think the probability of anything terrible like a bank failing is pretty low, but it's also not guaranteed 100% in the event of a world catastrophe. So I just wanted to make sure that you're aware of that difference, and I would encourage you to Google both the CDIC and the CIPF so you know the difference. Another thing you may be wondering is how the heck are they actually making any money off this product then if they're not charging any fees whatsoever? And the way they're making money is basically they are getting a cut of the interchange fee between Visa and a merchant. So for example, let's say your favorite coffee shop down the street. If they accept Visa as payment, that means that they've partnered with Visa, and Visa is going to charge them a small fee for every transaction that they process because Visa has to process the payment. Now it sounds like what Wealthsimple is going to be doing is they're going to be getting a small little cut of that fee. So you're not paying that fee. Basically the merchant is going to have to absorb that cost. And so whenever you use this card to make a payment, that's essentially what's going to be going on here. They're going to get a small cut of that interchange fee, and that's how they're going to make their money. So it doesn't actually affect you directly. All in all, I think this is a very competitive product that Wealthsimple has released, and they continue to innovate in the financial space. I think this is extra attractive because it integrates really well with their platform that they're building for themselves of low cost simplicity. And for people who want something really hands off, then I think they've got a really good thing going for them so far. I think their platform still has a long way to go before they can actually take some serious market share away from big banks, but if they continue to innovate like this, I think that the future could be very interesting. I hope this helped you understand the account better, and if it did, please hit the like button for me and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I make videos like this about personal finance, and I'm just about to start gearing up and getting into some more investment material, and I would love to have you as part of the community. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.